1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The President has urged the religious scholars to play a leading role in nation building and redressal of social issues. The Prime Minister and Pir Sahib Pagara at a meeting in Islamabad today discussed the overall political situation in the Sindh province. The Foreign Minister says peaceful Afghanistan will help Pakistan in forging effective political and economic partnership with other regional countries. The American Secretary of State has said Washington will work to create confidence-building measures among all the Afghan factions. In India, the Chief Minister of West Bengal says communal violence in New Delhi is state-sponsored genocide. The 15th match of the Pakistan Super League is being played between Karachi Kings and Peshawar Zalmi in Rawalpindi this evening. And now the news in detail. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has urged the religious scholars to play a leading role in nation building and redressal of social issues. Addressing a brainstorming session with the religious scholars in Islamabad today, he stressed that there is a dire need to promote the message of cleanliness and sanitation through the mosques to save the population from different diseases, including communicable ones. Dr. Arif Alvi said greater awareness also needs to be created amongst the people as to how they can stay safe from coronavirus. Addressing the ceremony, the Minister for Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony, Dr. Nurul Haq Qadri, urged the clerics to highlight the issues of current era in their sermons. He stressed the need for a strong connection between the government and the clerics. In her speech, the Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan, said the present government believes in freedom of the media as it is considered an important pillar of the state. She said the government wants to empower the media by engaging it in the process of country's development and prosperity. Pir Sahib Pagara Pir Sibghatullah Shah Rashidi called on Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. Political affairs of Sindh and solution of people's problems were discussed during the meeting. Pir Pagara appreciated the Prime Minister for taking interest in the welfare of the people of Sindh and the overall development of the province, as well as the steps taken by the federal government. The Sindh Governor Imran Ismail called on the Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. The overall situation of Sindh and development affairs were discussed at the meeting. The Governor briefed the Prime Minister on public welfare and development projects being carried out in Sindh province with the assistance of the federal government. The Leader of the House in the Senate, Shibli Faraz, has said the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government under the leadership of Prime Minister Imran Khan is committed to overcome all the challenges being faced by the country. Speaking in the House, he said PTI has not created any new difficulty in the country as all the issues including economic crisis are inherited from the previous governments. He said Minister for Power will also brief the House in detail about the prices of petrol and gas. Meanwhile, the House started discussion on constitutionality of ordinances, development in occupied Kashmir, political victimization, gas and power scarcity, price hike and crimes against children. And now we link you live to the Prime Minister's address at the inaugural session of the SAS undergraduate scholarship program, which is being held in Islamabad at the moment.
स्कॉलरशिप्स जो ले रहे हैं, आपको ये समझना है कि वो दुनिया की तारीख का सबसे कामयाब मॉडल था, क्योंकि उसके बेसिस के ऊपर मुसलमानों का सिविलाइजेशन खड़ा हुआ था। 700 साल तक दुनिया का सबसे अजीम सिविलाइजेशन था। तो उस मॉडल के अंदर दो चीज़ें की थी हमारे नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने। उन्होंने एक तो एक एहसास दिलवाया था कि रियासत की जिम्मेदारी है उसका कमज़ोर तबका जो कि ज़िंदगी की रेस में पीछे रह जाते हैं। हर कोई इंसान अब जब एक रेस लगाते हैं तो हर की एक ही फर्स्ट आता है, दूसरा सेकंड आता है, लेकिन कई पीछे रह जाते हैं.
The Foreign Minister Shamim Qureshi says peaceful Afghanistan will help Pakistan in forging effective political and economic partnership with other regional countries. He was talking to the Sindh Governor Imran Ismail, who called on him in Islamabad this evening. During the meeting, they discussed regional situation arising out of landmark peace agreement between the United States and the Afghan Taliban. Pakistan and the United Kingdom have affirmed the resolve to further expand the cooperation in various fields, including economic, cultural, and education. The understanding came during a meeting between the Planning Minister Asad Umar and the British High Commissioner Dr. Christian Turner in Islamabad today. Asad Umar said China-Pakistan Economic Corridor has entered into its second phase and asked the High Commissioner to urge the British investors to fully exploit this opportunity. Pakistan has urged the member states of the United Nations Commission on Narcotic Drugs to make effective contribution in combating global drug phenomena. Chairing the 63rd session of the Commission in Vienna today, Pakistan's permanent representative Mansoor Ahmad Khan underlined the importance of capacity building and technical assistance, especially for member states like Pakistan, which are in the forefront of the fight against illicit drugs. Speaking on the occasion, the Minister of State for Narcotics Control, Shahryar Khan Afridi, reiterated Pakistan's commitment for continued efforts to eliminate the threat. This is Radio Pakistan. The process of voluntary repatriation of Afghan refugees to their country from Pakistan has resumed after a break of 3 months. UNHCR spokesman Qasser Afridi, while talking to the media persons in Peshawar, said the repatriation will continue for the next 9 months. He said 2 centers have been established at Nowshera and Quetta for voluntary repatriation of Afghan refugees. The spokesman said at present around 1.4 million Afghan refugees are living in different cities of Pakistan. He said the voluntary repatriating Afghan refugees will get $200 each on reaching Kandahar, Nangarhar and Kabul. President Ashraf Ghani says American President Donald Trump has not asked him to release the Taliban prisoners. In an interview with CNN, he said Kabul has made it clear to the American peace envoy for Afghanistan, Zalmay Khalilzad, that political consensus in the country was necessary for such a major step which does not exist. The United States has expressed the hope that the intra-Afghan talks will start in the coming days. In an interview on CBS News, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said Washington will work to create confidence-building measures amongst all the parties, the Afghan government, non-Taliban and others. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops arrested several Kashmiri youths during crackdown operations and house raids in different areas of the territory. The occupational forces have created an atmosphere of fear and harassment through the ongoing cordon and search operations in several districts. In India, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee says communal violence in New Delhi is state-sponsored genocide. Addressing an event in Kolkata, she said the BJP is trying to replicate the Gujarat model of riots across the country. Mamta Banerjee also condemned those who raised the controversial Goli Maro slogan while heading to Home Minister Amit Shah's rally. The leading daily of the United Arab Emirates Gulf News says Narendra Modi and Amit Shah are harvesting hate in India and a bumper crop is blood. In an article, the newspaper said Modi is the father of this hate-filled new India where secularism has been murdered. In India, the death toll in New Delhi's communal violence against Muslims has risen to 46 as the situation remains tense. According to reports, 4 more bodies were fished out from the drains in Gokulpuri and Shiv Vihar area of violence-affected northeast area. In Iraq, 2 missiles landed in the green zone in central Baghdad today. According to reports, the attack occurred in the highly fortified zone where the government headquarters and foreign missions are located. Cricket. In the 15th match of the Pakistan Super League, Karachi Kings will take on Peshawar Zalmi at Rawalpindi today. The match will start at 1900 hours Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold conditions will prevail in upper areas during the next 12 hours. However, rain is expected at a few places in North Balochistan. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.